All right, inching ever closer to being ready for paint. It needs to get pulled out and get wet sanded, and then prepped the rest of the way to get sprayed with color. So I'm gonna make a little one-off video on the removal of this door panel while I'm at it. I think it's pretty straightforward. We'll get in here and figure it out though. If you look down here, we need to take it off anyway because I have a replacement door panel because it looks like somebody was kicking this thing to open the door. My buddy Tom, who bought this car and we're rebuilding it for, said, looks like there was a 350-pound man driving that thing, constantly kicking the door open to get out. It's not very nice because I'm 350 pounds. All right, so the benefit of taking this door panel off now is that for paint, I'm actually going to remove the driver's side mirror here and then keep it off while we paint the outside of this thing, and then we'll put it on at the end here. So this is a pretty straightforward sequence, I do believe. So what we're going to start off by doing, you're going to need some things. A trim stick is going to be absolutely vital. So I'll put a link up here in the video, and there will be links in the description for trim sticks and other tools or parts if you need them. But first things first, we start in at the top side of this panel, I think. I read the repair guide, so I think I got this, but we're going to find out as we go. And I think we want to start popping right down to this side. But it appears as though you want to pull it from the top and pop the clips down and then slide this forward. So let me get two hands at this thing and let's see what we can do. Does that sound like a clip coming free or plastic breaking? I don't know the answer to that. There it goes. Their clips are tight, man. Way tighter than other manufacturers. No doubt about that. It just came flying. So we got some metal retaining clips all down this way here. Now let me fish that piece out. It just went flying under the car here. And yep, looky there. So you see this little hook piece is what hooks down in there. So, but it looks like it kind of has one at the top too. That's weird. It's real weird. So maybe they want you to pull it kind of from the center, more or less, popping these clips off here and then just kind of pull it out at the same time. But it came out in one piece, so that's good. So we're gonna set that up on the roof now. Now, that should expose two Torxes. One is in this hole, one is down here in this hole. These are T25 Torxes. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot those out right now. There's two. I'm going to grab a little magnet. I don't think this handle comes out. It does not. Alright, so I fished the two screws out. Alright, so I fished the two screws out with my little magnet stick. I guess for now I'll set them up here. I like to keep all these things in little packages, especially if they don't go together immediately. Look at this. As soon as I shot those screws out, I noticed this thing is already kind of popped loose down there. That's wild, man. I don't know if that was like that before and I didn't notice it, or if it was under a lot of tension with these screws, but yeah, it's pretty nuts. So next step, we need to get this switch panel out, and apparently this could be quite tricky. So we're gonna go under this little edge here. I want to do this right-handed. There should be some little tabs we gotta depress along this edge to get this thing coming up. I'm hoping oh yeah, you can see one right, oh, let me twist this a little bit. You see one right there coming up kind of behind this leather. So there's one tab. There should be four of them. Two on this side, two on this side. But all we gotta do is get these two out, then pop the front up, and the whole thing should lift out and we can unplug it. This is gonna take two hands though. I'm gonna use one trim stick to lift it, and like probably a little flathead screwdriver to press on that metal clip. All right, so that worked exactly as planned. Pried it up, pressed on this little tabs with a metal flathead, and then as it started to lift, I came over to the front, pressed in on this tab, right here with a flathead as well, and the whole thing popped out. Once you get it out, if you look at the plug, there's a little depressor right here on the back. You depress that and it unplugs, no problemo. So that should be it for things that need to come out fastener wise and switch wise. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start over here where it's already loose, and we're going to start popping all the way around the perimeter of this thing. Should have clips around the entire perimeter and ones up top that go vertical like this. So we'll get it all loose in the bottom, and then we'll pop the top, and then we should be able to lift this thing straight out of here. Using this little guy. There we go. So then I got that. We just lift up like that. Wow. Hey! I am not the first person in this door. There is no doubt about that. So a neato thing here was that to get rid of the door handle cable, you can just pull it off here, and then it just hooks onto this hook on this latch side. So you don't have to disconnect on this side right out of the gate. So you'll see I dropped that and left that hanging. Now I got 2 plugs left. Well, 2 plugs left. I fished out the window switch plug right here. It was in this hole. So we got to remember to put that back in whenever the time comes. It goes in this hole. Looked like it was supposed to be push pins down here, but that was already broken, along with a bunch of these clips, which is why this door wasn't attached very well. So we'll get some replacement clips. I'll have those in the link too, just in case maybe you break some taking them out. But I got to figure out how to get these plugs unplugged, and I think I'm just going to put a flathead in right behind it, give it a little twist, and then try and pull. Well, the little flathead trick worked absolutely perfectly, and the plugs popped right out. You see they have little tiny retainers. So the light up here by the door handle, you need to pry on the interior side here that has that little notch on it, and the one at the bottom is on the top side. So be very, very gentle. Very, very gentle when you put the screwdriver in and twist it. It's just a little twist while you apply a little pressure, and it will just pop right out. So that's the door panel removed. So if you need to change a speaker, a window regulator, lock mechanism, any of that stuff, you just go right here behind this pad where somebody's already been before, and you'll find all those things here. So I want to add this in real quick. I'll cut this in wherever I see beneficial, but even if you're not keeping it off long term like I am for paint, make sure you're very careful with these wires. You see I've taped them up. They will hang below the door jamb, so when you close the door, they can fall in there and get pinched in the bottom. So just make sure you keep this out of the way in case you close it. Obviously, to put it back together, you just do everything in the inverse. I will have links to clips replacement if you have broken clips, and obviously various other things like trim sticks and tools and whatever else you may need for this project. But yeah, there you have it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If this video helped you out, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more like the completed rebuild of this 328D or a 71 Mercedes diesel we're doing, hit the subscribe button.